Hello everyone and welcome back to the projection room. Don't know what's going on with my voice there, don't know, I'm trying to say introducing, I don't know why. I'm Jack and Gaz is away in Paris at the minute, so hopefully he's having a nice time, send us some pictures. And yeah, in this video, what we're going to do, I just thought, you know what, we all love a bit of controversy sometimes, so I just thought why not have a look at some hot movie takes, good old Reddit. So, you know, it's going to be controversial either way, isn't it really? So let's just dive right into it, I guess. So, let's have a little looky. So yeah, this is the Letterboxd page on Reddit. It's got like, I think millions of people post on here, so we'll have a quick shufty. See what's happening on here, what people's takes in. If you think a movie is bad because the main character is a bad person, I assume you're stupid. I don't know. Great video. See you later. No, it doesn't make them a bad character really, just because they're a bad person. I mean, nobody's perfect, and yeah, it depends on what film. But I think it'd be very boring if your main character is this goody two shoes, you know, never does any wrong. You know, they need layers. Like, oh, you know, like say, no one's perfect. It'd be a shit film if, you know, there's no stakes or no dilemmas, no jeopardy. You know, so yeah, I personally, I wouldn't say that. Right, here's another one. Minecraft's one of the worst movies of the decade and shouldn't really be defended as dumb fun. I'm not reading all that, to be honest, but well, hold on. Is he taking a pop at Mr. Jack Black? I mean, another popular take on Reddit is that Jack Black is just as bad as The Rock, Kevin Hart, Chris Pratt. I mean, come on. What's going on, my boys? I mean, come on. Jack Black can do no wrong. I mean, yeah, to be fair, this guy does have a point, really.
He's out of line, but he's right.
I think his new stuff, not that I've really watched any, but, you know, I haven't watched Minecraft, I haven't watched Anaconda, Jumanji, well, I've watched the first one, but yeah, but he's just so likeable. I think he's the likeable one out of those people mentioned here. I mean, The Rock is everywhere, Kevin Hart is everywhere, Chris Pratt is everywhere, but I think Jack Black is just, he's just a dude, isn't he, though, man? He's just like, he can do no wrong, and it's nice to see him in stuff, but yeah, I think some of the things that he's choosing to do is a bit strange, but I mean, Teddy's bank account now, you know what I mean? Alien Resurrection is a fascinating and unapologetically strange film. It's one of the better Alien movies. Insert the Mad Max clip.
That's bait.
Yeah, that's a hot take and some. I mean, fair enough, you know, people get a kick out of it, then whatever, but I mean, you cannot say that it's one of the better Alien movies. I mean, if we're talking about the recent ones, then Alien 3 is more straightforward. It's more of an action flick, a dumb action flick at you know, the things that they decided in that film, it's just bad. And, you know, it reminds me a lot of The Last Jedi in a way, because, you know, people are like, oh, well, you know, at least they took risks, at least they did something no one was expecting. But you go off, especially Alien, you go off Aliens and that ending, and then start the third one, literally like 2/3 of the characters who you finish off Aliens are dead. And this one is totally shat all over the Ripley character, man. Like, what the fuck? No, I don't agree with that one. It's one of the better Alien movies as well. I mean, goddamn, my best could be your name, mate. Jesus. Prey is a better movie than the original Predator. It's just that good, and it's a crime that it was never released in theatres. I don't know what year it was out. Was it COVID? I don't know. If not, then yeah, it's a strange decision. It's the world we live in now. Everything goes to Disney. Disney owns you. They own me. They own everybody. That take is not true. Prey's better than the original Predator. No way. I'm not having that. You just cannot. I mean, the sheer masculinity on screen and in the original Predator. I mean, good God. And yeah, not just the kills, everything, the atmosphere. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger at his best. I mean, the new Prey film, I mean, yeah, it's original, I guess. It's got its own thing going on, but it's just, I believe, well, yeah, it's a CGI fest, I think. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, I mean, nah, modern retakes, reboots, soft reboots, whatever, they don't touch the original. It's very rare that happens, and that one it's just not right. It's a hot take, I'll give you that, but it ain't right. Home Alone in the top 20 movie of all time. Script is great, cast is great, and the stunts have aged better than any other movie. Tell people all the time I haven't seen it in a while to rewatch, and they all surprised how good it still is. Wizard of Oz, The Godfather, and Home Alone are in the same tier list. Oof. I mean, hey, Home Alone's great. I've got, you know, I'm sure 95% of people grew up on Home Alone. It's nostalgia, it's holiday fun, it has and will last the test of time. To say that it's in the top 20 movies of all time, I mean, you could say it's the top Christmas movie of all time, and yeah, hey, no arguments here. But to say it's a top 20 movie of all time, then no, it's not. Obviously, I'm just going to look at some replies here. Agree, watch Home Alone during the summer. Good God. I mean, I'm glad I don't live in your household. Bloody hell. I'm not getting sick and tired of it, but I remember when I was like 20, and it comes around to that time of year, and the one year I just thought, can I be arsed for Home Alone? Not really, but I still do watch it. It's not even a guilty pleasure or whatever. It is the best Christmas film, you know. Hot take on Home Alone 2, the wet bandits is the worst part of the film and should have been replaced with a different set of criminals. No, they're not. No, I wouldn't agree with that. I mean, they did replace the criminals in the third one, and especially the fourth one, which we did not talk about. But the third one, I mean, universally panned. I think because we grew up on it, we enjoyed it, but we knew it was nowhere near as good as 1 and 2. It was never going to reach that level. But no, but back to Home Alone 2, the wet bandit is the worst part of the film. Nah, I can't really think as top of my head what the worst part of the film is. I mean, on top of my head, I mean, everybody's great in that. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, I want to say. Yeah, they fit the role. They've come back into the role put it on like a glove. Got Tim Curry in it, you know, the original cast. Rob Schneider. Yeah, it's got more heart to it, you know. It's got more heart to it. Kevin with the pigeon lady. Rest in peace to the pigeon lady. Ignorantly, I forgot her name, but yeah, that's, no, that's not right. I should probably stress this at the start of the video, but these are opinions. Granted, opinions on Reddit. My opinions. Nobody's right or wrong. And I always grew up with this motto, opinions like arseholes, everybody's got one. So don't get offended, don't get insulted. We'll just have a friendly discussion. Like I say, nobody's right, nobody's wrong. Disclosure Day is definitely not the worst film ever made. Been seeing posts on Reddit saying it's the worst film, not just by Spielberg, but in the history of films. Seeing that every day makes me feel like I'm the only one on Reddit who liked it. It's not the worst film ever made. Yeah, we summed that one up real easy. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought, as much as I wanted to be honest with you. I think it was too dialogue heavy, and then not much happened. And I think it seems like he's trying to make another version of Close Encounters, but more boring. And to be honest with you, here's one of my hot takes. Close Encounters, I don't mind it, but I don't love it. And now a lot of people have that high on Spielberg's tier list and whatever, but I don't. I wanted more from it. Again, you know, it's a strange ending. Yeah, communication through music, it's different. I'll grant it that, but I think the journey to get there, it was so long. It's like playing Skyrim, and say for example, you need to get to, I don't know. God, I haven't played Skyrim in ages. What do you use this example? The only place I can think of is Whiterun, and I know that's not far in Skyrim, but you know, in Skyrim, when you want to fast travel to a place, you have to literally walk or get there first before you can fast travel there again. That's what Close Encounters and Disclosure Day felt like to me. I wanted to get to the point. It had me hooked, it had me interested, but I think the journey there, it was very slow and a bit dull. But yeah, definitely not Spielberg's worst film ever made. That's. I mean, I'm trying to think top of my head. What's the worst Spielberg film? I mean, I don't know. We'll have to come back to that one. Star Wars 3, Revenge of the Sith is a great film. I might not quite go great, but it's very good and light years better than the first 2 prequels. It woke me up to realise that Hayden Christensen was a pretty good actor and likely just a victim of god-awful screenwriting in episode 2. Yeah, comparing to the prequel trilogy, Revenge of the Sith is like, it's like the Citizen Kane compared to the other 2. The first one, it crosses the bridge of bearable for me. I don't hate it as much as everybody else does. And no, I mean, we was really young when that came out. So I think we grew up in it, we appreciated it more. But Attack of the Clones, I remember being a kid and watching that in cinema, and I think I kicked off because I was bored. And when your Star Wars film is boring a child, you know, then you got serious problems. But then you come to the third one, and yeah, it's literally what the first, like, what it should have been. And the duels and everything they do in the third one, how is it that is better than what we're getting now in Star Wars film? And like in the first Phantom Menace as well, with Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan and Anakin in the third one. And then you cut to Rey and Kylo Ren, and it's just so sloppy and shite. Ren Sith is great, not great, it's good. I don't mind it, but I wouldn't run away with it. This one's recent in my memory because I watched it today as of recording. I did not like Project Hail Mary. Quirk, Chungus, Ryan Gosling annoys me. Granted, I haven't read the book, so I went into this just watching the film. It's got a lot of hype. I think it's got 8.2 IMDb, 4.3 on Letterboxd, and I think Gaz is a big fan of it as well. But I watched it with high expectations, but I can honestly say I didn't love it. I thought it was alright. I think The Martian and obviously Interstellar is in the league of its own, but there's better. And I haven't watched Ad Astra, but there's better, you know, alone in space films than this, I think personally. And I didn't really get behind the Rock character, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you know, you got to take your believability hat off when you go into films, and I know that's what a lot of reason for me personally, as well as Gaz, we go to watch these films to escape from reality and whatever. but you really have to believe in it. And I think, I don't know, the Rock character just seemed to just understand Gosling's character like way too easily, and he was talking way too easily. I know he's like speaks in broken English and gets it muddled up, whatever, but yeah, that believability was a bit, you know, hit or miss. But, you know, I like the angle how he hasn't really got anything to live for, anything to go back to. I like that angle, and I also liked how he basically was forced on this mission. You know, I thought he was going to do the tropey, you know, I shall do this for all of mankind and all that crap. But it actually, she pretty much puts him in a coma and is like, mate, you're going. Tough titty. Here's one for everybody else. I haven't watched this one, but Cloud Atlas is a masterpiece. I'll leave that to you. Here we go. List of gangster films I like more than The Godfather. Godfather Part 2. That's not really a hot take. Majority of people prefer Godfather Part 2. I'm more of a Godfather Part 1 kind of guy. But The Long Good Friday, Elliot. What's his name? Elliot Stroud?
Wrong.
That's good, but that's a far reach saying it's better than The Godfather. I mean, come on. Goodfellas, it's arguable. Goodfellas is great. It's more than great. It's amazing. Would I say it's better than Godfather? I think it's easier to watch and it's more enjoyable. But I mean, The Godfather's a masterpiece, man. Untouchables, Kevin Costner, De Niro. Better than Godfather? No. Road to Perdition, English today. It's failing me. I actually really like this film. I think it's really, really enjoyable. But again, let's not take the piss here. It's not better than Godfather. Come on. Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels is an amazing British film. It's probably one of the best British films out there. Again, compare it to Godfather. Infernal Affairs / The Departed. I actually think, in this hot take, Departed's actually a better film than Infernal Affairs, I think. I think like the cast is better, the story's better, performances are better, but I mean Infernal Affairs does have the Asian persuasion, if you will. Each of their own though with that one. Looney Tunes / Merry Melody short, Golden Yeggs. Cannot say I've ever watched that. Every Golden Age Simpson episode featuring Fat Tony, I feel like he's taking the piss here. Analyse This. That's a good comedy. De Niro and Billy Crystal. I hear that's quite, having not been in the mob myself, I hear that's quite accurate to mob work. Englishman. It is like 1:30 in the morning, to be honest with you. But yeah, Mickey Blue Eyes. Don't believe I've watched that, so I haven't got a take on that one. Let's have a look at different pages. So I don't just stick to Letterboxd, but they have got the most people answering back and all that crap. Right, let's have a look at this, dudes. Enemies of top 3 Villeneuve. I never pronounce that name. I haven't watched Enemy. I don't think it's rated very highly. I know it's got Jake Gyllenhaal in and it involves some spider. I wouldn't know. Here's my hot take. I enjoy the Dune films, but I don't think they're the modern masterpieces that people think. I think there's way better films for me. Again, enjoy it. It's visually stunning, but I think the story for me is a bit lackluster. I mean, it's a bunch of people fighting over spices. If I want to see that, I'd go to my house near closing time. But that's just me. Lost World is actually a pretty sick sequel. Lost World has parts of being a sick sequel, but overall, nope. It's due for a rewatch. I think I like how we explored Jeff Goldblum, but I mean, can we please address this like spinny kick on the raptor? I mean, come on, you're taking the piss. White is the best movie in the Three Colours trilogy. If I'm correct, I think that this person's on about the French films. Here's my hot take. I don't hate, but I really dislike this French New Wave cinema and majority of French films. I mean, don't get it twisted. There are some really good French films out there, like La Haine, obviously. What's that one in the prison? I can't remember what it's called. That one's excellent. Elle, I like Elle. But the Colour trilogy, Christ alive, they're so boring, honest to God. And no, I'm not a cinephile. You know, I just want to watch films and get a kick out of it and enjoy it. But those films, I'd rather watch paint dry. You can pick your colour, I ain't bothered. Rome's by far best director from the French New Wave. Could well be, whatever. Howl's Moving Castle is bottom 5. Gilbly. I'm not big into my anime, but yeah, I don't love them, to be honest. I've watched like Howl's Moving Castle, Paprika and Spirited Away. I think Spirited Away, if I'm correct, because I've got such a shit memory. The one with the wall, I think that one's the best one. Akira is also a great one. Howl's Moving Castle, I think it's visually great. I just don't like the story. I think the story's a bit cack. Jaws isn't very good. That's it. This guy's talking at his arse. Jaws isn't very good. Our take's not very good either. Here's one. Modern movies in general actually have much better standards that are more consistently met than ever before. Basically, all those people that claim the old days were better are just wrong. We have gotten good at making movies and have learned from the past. No, we haven't. I think we've lost originality. And again, I don't mind homage and, you know, references and, you know, inspiration and all that sort of stuff, but we just got lazy. I say we, like I'm a critically acclaimed director. Now we're going lazy. CGI slop most of the time. Dialogue's just not interesting. And yeah, we ain't gone forward. I mean, it's very rare that, you know, we go into a film and we think, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, last film that did that for me, possibly Oppenheimer. I can't really think of a lot, to be honest with you. Now, the olden days, like older films, they are way better. They're like some of the stuff that people were writing back then. Interesting characters, interesting dialogue, shooting on set, done to people almost killing themselves, left, right, and centre. You don't really get that nowadays. And what could it be down to? Is it the Marvel films, the comic book films? Is it reboots and just playing it safe? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we've gotten better. I think we've actually taken some steps back. There Will Be Blood is a better film than No Country for Old Men. I feel like that's not really a hot take. I think people would say that anyway. Personally, for me, I think No Country for Old Men's better. But again, I've only watched There Will Be Blood once, so can't comment. Here's one for Gaz. Terrifier and its sequels are the best slashers since Scream. I think they're the most popular. I enjoy them for what they are. As sick as that is, but there's a lot of sick people out there. But I think Art the Clown's got this charisma and this. People think he's cute. I mean, I won't go that far. But yeah, again, I just think his originality and, well, not really originality, but he's probably the best movie killer icon since, gosh, I can't think. I mean, it's been that long, but as much as I like to hate it, they're here to stay. Well, they're only making one more, but I mean, as you can see, I think I got one behind me somewhere. Best slashers since Scream. Yeah, they probably are. I mean, the recent Screams have been nothing to share about, really. They haven't been a good Scream since first one, maybe. But yeah, back in the 90s. I actually don't mind the third one, and the fifth one, is that the one with, what's her face? But yeah, I mean, the new Screams are awful. Hey, right, here we go. Pulp Fiction's absolute garbage. We've got no context to this, we've got no nothing, so up for it for being a hot take. I get that, not gonna lie, I personally like it, but I definitely understand. Again, there's just no context to it. I know people think it's overrated, but to say it's absolute garbage is just absolute rubbish. You can't say it's absolute garbage. It's non-linear filmmaking, and it's got whippy dialogue, and I love everything about it. I love the filming locations. Haven't been there, check out the video. Characters, the cast in that, everything about it. It's not absolute garbage. I mean, look at the records. I mean, everybody's been trying to copy that formula and Tarantino style and everything since. So to say it's absolute garbage, like, you can say it's not for you. You don't like X, Y, and Z, but to say it's absolute garbage, it's like, no, you gotta give it its flowers. It's done something to cinema, and there ain't no contest, no debate. Well, there is debate, but it's my opinion. Inception is a rip-off of Paprika, and Paprika is a much better film. Now, again, I've recently watched Paprika. I feel like Inception is... I actually give Inception more props because it's, Nolan did everything practically. The story's more interesting. I think Paprika falls off near the third act. And I didn't really care for any of them, to be honest. I'm a bit of a Sarah bastard, but nah, I don't think it's a rip-off. But like this guy, like you're saying, using technology into people's dreams is not a new idea. I get that. But to say it's a rip-off, I want to say it's a rip-off. Like I mentioned, it's a homage or takes inspiration. I mean, Nolan might have never even watched it, but to say it's a rip-off now. I love these sort of ones. The Dark Knight is stupid. Yeah, interesting take. Cool. Okay, here we go. Oppenheimer's a terrible biopic. A snooze fest. No, it's not a snooze fest. And I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but it's captivating. And say it's a snooze fest, I mean, it's literally about real events. I know it's a biopic, obviously, but it's still affecting our world today. There's loads more terrible biopics out there. I mean, I don't know, you can't say it's a terrible biopic. I mean, this biopic's got a lot going for it. If biopics aren't your thing, then whatever, but this one's got a lot going for it. And to say it's a snooze fest, it's a joke. I mean, yeah, 3 hours long, it's a long one, but what it's got in there, to say it's a snooze fest, it's a joke. I mean, practical nuclear bomb testing in New Mexico. I mean, that scene alone, the tension building in that, the music as well. Oh, the music. Can you hear the music? It's one of the best pieces ever, man. I love it so much. It's got a lot for it, considering it's a biopic. I mean, majority of biopics, like Bohemian Rhapsody, are we saying that's a better biopic? Michael, watch that today. Entertaining, but I mean, all over the place, really, in terms of his life and, like, what they wanted to film. I mean, they didn't film really the interesting parts and, that stuff. But anyway, going back to Oppenheimer, to say it's a terrible biopic now. It's got everything. It's not a terrible biopic. Here's one for guys. Ballerina is the best John Wick film. I doubt it, but that's not up to me. Scream 4 is the best one. I can't remember which one Scream 4 is, so it's not got a lot going for it. There are only, 4 truly great superhero films, and he's failed to mention one, so unless he has done. Nope, he hasn't, so we'll never know. How to Train Your Dragon 2010 is a much better film than Toy Story 3 and deserved the Oscar. How to Train Your Dragon's great. I do really like How to Train Your Dragon, specifically the first one, but I think it's a shame for it to go up against Toy Story 3 because it should have been the conclusion. But yeah, like, you know, everything that happens in Toy Story 3, it was a perfect ending to the trilogy. I don't know why they had to mess it up, but it's just a shame that they come out in the same year because it does deserve more, not recognition, but, you know. But to be honest with you, I'm starting to think it don't matter if it has more awards or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, as long as you enjoyed it, then that's all that matters, really. And like I say, if that's your opinion, then hey, you go and run with it. But I prefer Toy Story 3, obviously. Again, this is what we mentioned earlier. The Last Jedi is the only interesting part of the sequel trilogy. It's interesting because of the direction Rian Johnson decided to take. But I think, you know, J.J. Abrams gave him the formula, well, not a very good formula, you know, but he gave him something to go off, and then they totally changed it. And that trilogy was doomed from that start because they had no direction, they had nothing going for it. They was literally just going from film to film, and it obviously shows it's just not going to work like that. So for people saying The Last Jedi is their favourite or whatever, I've come to terms with it. You know, if that's their favourite for being different, then whatever. But I mean, really, you're asking for the newer trilogies, you're asking to pick your poison. Every one of them will kill you. So, you know, Toy Story revolutionised animation, but it's a very boring movie. Have a heart, man. Movies are the most effective antidepressants. Yeah, I can agree. You know, life can be stressful, as when we mentioned. That's why we watch films. That's why we do this, bit of an escape. You know, life can be tough, and it is tough, you know, holds no punches. One of the reasons why I like watching them, because, you know, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever, hour and a half, I'm just zoned out from, you know, life stresses and, you know, all its twists and turns and all that stuff. So yeah, that's not a hot take. That, you know, you are right. Obsession is only good because the main actress is acting, which to her credit is very good and basically carries the movie. Everything else about it is just fine. Now, to be fair, I know I mentioned my point earlier, but Obsession is probably the best film I watched this year so far. Yeah, the main actress, ignorantly forgot her name. Yeah, she does carry the film. She's great. You know, from going to like batshit crazy to screaming to creepy and obsessed. You know, she does it all. I felt sorry for her. But here's my hot take. I know people are saying Obsession and Backrooms are like the best horror films this year. Obsession's great. Backrooms is crap. Backrooms is awful. That's my hot take. You know, I wanted so much more from that, and it starts off really cool. You know, the atmosphere, the world building. You know, the estranged like room. Everything about it was. You know, I thought this was going good, but then when the film starts and it's just so slow, it's lost interest, and by the end of it, I was just like, that was fucking shit, unfortunately. Hottest of takes are Godfather and Schindler's List are boring films. We spoke about Godfather, you know, that's not a boring film. Schindler's List, I mean, that's a touchy subject, isn't it? But, you know, it's long and it's a tough watch. It is a tough watch, but I don't think you can say it's boring. But, you know, it's one of those where if you watch it one and done, then, you know, yeah, I don't think you can say it's boring. I mean, it's heartbreaking, you know. I mean, Christ, it's based on real events. I mean, Jesus, man. That's one of those where you sort of, like I mentioned in my point, you go to watch to escape. I mean, if you want to do that, then don't watch Schindler's List, Jesus Christ. Right, do a few more, and then I think I'll call it a night. So, here's an interesting one. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is one of the worst, most boring, uneventful movie trilogies I've ever seen. I hate the Hobbits. Every cool villain just dies immediately, and all they do the entire time is walk to a volcano and battle orcs. By the time they finally finished that long, perilous journey, that felt like it took them across the street. No one was even dirty. They were dirty. I hate these movies, and no one can convince me that they're good. Lol. And this is coming from a D&D nerd who loves fantasy. I mean, nah, Lord of the Rings, man, you can't say that. Well, you can say that, obviously, but I mean, to me, it's one of the best trilogies ever. Everything they've done, the practicality, you know, the battles alone, the music, and you know, if you're saying you're a D&D nerd, man, that should be right up the street. To say nobody's dirty, man, they're all fucking dirty. What are you talking about? No, don't agree with that outtake. If Gaz was here, he'd go fucking ballistic. Rosebud represents the vagina of Charles Foster Kane's mother. Well, I think I'll leave it there. It's just a quick video, you know, we all like hot takes. You know, I think I've mentioned my hot take about Dune. What else is a hot take just to get it out there? Well, I ain't getting myself in any more hot water. I've mentioned you know, about the French films and all that sort of shit. So yeah, what will be your hot takes? Feel free to leave them in the comments below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you thought it was absolute shite, then, you know, let us know as well. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Take care and speak to you in a while.